Have you ever looked at Swiss cheese and thought, wow, someone got paid to make holes in this? Seems like the easiest job, right? Wrong. Those holes are a big deal. I'm talking like really important. I'm not joking. Swiss cheese without holes is like a comedian without jokes. It's just not right. It might taste a little cheesy, but where's the fun? Where's the excitement? Where's the personality? You think I'm kidding, right? Like this is some silly dad joke? Nope. There's actually a law about this, a real law about Swiss cheese holes, and it's crazy. Get this, in Switzerland, the land of yummy chocolate and even yummier cheese, there's a rule about how many holes a cheese needs to be called Swiss. Yes, you heard that right. The Swiss, known for their precision in watchmaking and banking, have extended their meticulous nature to cheese making. They have a law for everything, and cheese is no exception. I'm serious. They have a law for everything. But why, you ask? Well, those smart Swiss people realize something. Those holes aren't just for looks. The holes, or eyes as they are called, are a sign of quality. They tell you the cheese is good, it's aged perfectly, and it's ready to make your sandwich awesome. But how do these holes form? During the cheese-making process, bacteria release carbon dioxide, creating bubbles that form the holes. It's a natural part of the aging process. The size and number of holes can vary, but a good Swiss cheese has lots of air pockets. You know it when you see it. So how many holes are we talking? Well, nobody's counting them. But the presence of these holes is crucial. They indicate that the cheese has been made correctly and has undergone the proper fermentation process. The Swiss take their cheese very seriously. In fact, there's even a Swiss cheese union that oversees the production and quality of Swiss cheese. They ensure that every wheel of cheese meets the high standards set by the Swiss government. You know it when you see it. And when you don't, that's when the Swiss cheese police might show up. Just kidding, maybe. So next time you enjoy a slice of Swiss cheese, take a moment to appreciate the craftsmanship and tradition that goes into every bite. It's not just cheese, it's a piece of Swiss heritage. Now, I'm not a cheese expert, but I've eaten a lot of grilled cheese. And let me tell you, there's something special about Swiss cheese. You see, those holes in Swiss cheese aren't just for show. They play a crucial role in the cheese's character and flavor. But why are they there in the first place? Let's dive into the fascinating world of Swiss cheese and uncover the mystery behind those iconic holes. And those holes, they're important. They aren't just random. They are a result of the cheese-making process. During fermentation, bacteria release carbon dioxide, which forms bubbles. These bubbles get trapped in the cheese, creating the holes we see. It's a natural and essential part of making Swiss cheese. First, they make the cheese lighter. This might seem trivial, but it actually makes a big difference. Imagine carrying a solid block of cheese without any holes. It would be much heavier and harder to handle. The holes reduce the overall weight, making it easier to transport and enjoy. Ever try to eat a whole block of cheddar? Heavy, right? Now think about Swiss cheese. It's much lighter and airier thanks to those holes. This makes it more enjoyable to eat, especially in larger quantities. You can savor more of it without feeling weighed down. Swiss cheese is like the light and fluffy bread of the cheese world. It's delicate yet full of flavor. The holes give it a unique texture that sets it apart from other cheeses. When you bite into a slice of Swiss cheese, you're not just tasting cheese. You're experiencing a delightful combination of air and flavor. You can eat tons of it. The lightness of Swiss cheese means you can enjoy more without feeling overly full. It's perfect for picnics, parties, and any occasion where you want to indulge in delicious cheese without the heaviness. Plus, those holes trap little bits of flavor. As the cheese ages, the holes can capture tiny pockets of concentrated taste. This means that every bite of Swiss cheese can offer a burst of flavor that you might not get with other types of cheese. Imagine biting into Swiss cheese. You get that nutty, sweet cheese taste, and then bam! Extra cheesiness from the hole. It's like a little surprise in every bite. The holes add an element of fun and excitement to eating Swiss cheese. You get that nutty, sweet cheese taste, and then bam! Extra cheesiness from the hole. It's like a flavor explosion. And the texture, the holes make it melt in your mouth. The combination of the cheese's smoothness and the airiness from the holes creates a melt-in-your-mouth experience that's hard to beat. It's like a flavor explosion. And the texture, the holes make it melt in your mouth. The combination of the cheese's smoothness and the airiness from the holes creates a melt-in-your-mouth experience that's hard to beat. The holes also help the cheese melt evenly when heated, making it perfect for grilled cheese sandwiches and fondue. The holes make it melt in your mouth. When you heat Swiss cheese, the holes allow it to melt evenly and smoothly. This makes it ideal for dishes like grilled cheese sandwiches, fondue, and even on top of burgers. The melted cheese stretches and pulls, creating a gooey, delicious experience. It's like a cheese and air party on your tongue. It's beautiful. The combination of the light, airy texture and the rich, nutty flavor makes Swiss cheese a true delight. Whether you're enjoying it on its own, in a sandwich, or melted over your favorite dish, Swiss cheese offers a unique and satisfying experience that's hard to match. So next time you see those holes, remember, they're not just holes. They're pockets of joy waiting to be savored. Imagine a world without Swiss cheese holes, a scary future where every bite of cheese is heavy and just wrong. It'd be chaos. Sandwiches would be ruined. Fondue parties would be canceled. Imagine you order a ham and Swiss sandwich and the cheese is just smooth. No holes, no airy texture, just flat cheese. Disappointing, right? And what about people who order a cheese plate? They expect beautiful Swiss cheese with its delicate holes. Instead, they get something that looks like it belongs on a pizza. It's just not right. Section 5, Swiss Cheese Police, separating the real from the fake. Okay, so maybe there isn't a real Swiss cheese police, but imagine if there were. Picture a dedicated team of cheese enthusiasts patrolling the markets and dairies, ensuring that every wheel of Swiss cheese meets the highest standards. They'd be the unsung heroes of the cheese world, making sure that every bite you take is a perfect blend of flavor and texture. At least I don't think so. But the truth is, the Swiss take their cheese very seriously. It's not just a food item, it's a cultural icon, a symbol of their heritage. And while there may not be an official cheese police, there are certainly experts who dedicate their lives to maintaining the quality of Swiss cheese. But those Swiss cheesemakers take their holes seriously. They have standards. They have cheese inspectors. These inspectors are trained to spot even the tiniest imperfections. They know that the holes, or eyes, in Swiss cheese are not just random. They are a sign of the cheese's quality and the skill of the cheesemaker. And these guys know their stuff. They can tell if a cheese has been aged properly, if the texture is just right, and if the flavor is up to par. They use their senses of sight, smell, and taste to evaluate each wheel of cheese. It's a meticulous process, but it's what ensures that Swiss cheese remains a beloved delicacy around the world. They can spot a bad hole from far away. Too small? Nope, not enough holes? Back to the aging room. Weird shape? No way! These inspectors are like the gatekeepers of Swiss cheese, making sure that only the best products make it to market. Not enough holes? Back to the aging room. Weird shape? No way. They have a zero-tolerance policy for subpar cheese. If a wheel doesn't meet their exacting standards, it doesn't make the cut. It's either sent back for further aging or discarded altogether. This rigorous process ensures that every piece of Swiss cheese you buy is of the highest quality. These inspectors are like the guardians of good taste. They take pride in their work and in the tradition of Swiss cheese making. They know that their efforts help preserve a centuries-old craft and bring joy to cheese lovers everywhere. They make sure the world has tasty, holy cheese. When you bite into a piece of Swiss cheese, you're not just tasting a delicious snack. You're experiencing a piece of Swiss culture and history. The holes in the cheese are a testament to the skill and dedication of the cheesemakers and inspectors who ensure that every wheel is perfect. You buy Swiss cheese, you see those perfect holes. You know it's the real deal. It's a sign of quality, of tradition. Those holes are not just for show, they are a mark of excellence. So the next time you enjoy a slice of Swiss cheese, take a moment to appreciate the hard work and dedication that went into making it. It's a sign of quality, of tradition. Swiss cheese is more than just a food, it's a symbol of a rich cultural heritage. And thanks to the tireless efforts of the cheesemakers and inspectors, we can all enjoy a taste of that heritage with every bite. Section 6, the Great Swiss Cheese Caper, a hypothetical scandal. Okay, picture this. It's the World Cheese Championships. High stakes, lots of tension. Suddenly it gets quiet. The judges are whispering, "What's going on? The Swiss team has been disqualified. Their cheese doesn't have enough holes." Everyone gasps. The Swiss team is sad. This is all made up, of course, but it shows you how important those holes are. They're not just about taste. They're about tradition, about national pride. Section 7, in defense of holes, a cheese lover's plea. So, next time you see Swiss cheese, don't ignore those holes. They're not just empty spaces, they're pockets of flavor, texture, and history. They show how artistic cheesemaking is. They're a symbol of Swiss pride, and they remind us that sometimes the best things have a little bit of air. What other food has holes like that? Bread? Sure, but those are just air bubbles. Donuts? Okay, but those are filled with jelly. But Swiss cheese? Those holes are pure cheese goodness. They're like little windows into the cheese, showing you the magic. Section 8. Embrace the holes, embrace the flavor. So, next time you're at the store, get some Swiss cheese. The one with the most holes is the best. And when you take a bite, enjoy it. Enjoy the nutty flavor, the airy texture, the extra cheesiness from the holes. It's a masterpiece. And if you see Swiss cheese without holes, just put it back. Some things are just too wrong. Life's too short for boring cheese. Embrace the holes, embrace the flavor, and embrace the weirdness of Swiss cheese rules. Section 9. A wholesome ending. Appreciating life's little quirks. A law about cheese holes seems silly, but the world needs silliness. We need things to laugh about. So let's raise a glass of milk because we're fancy, to Swiss cheese and its holes. May they always be fun and delicious. And hey, if the Swiss are serious about their cheese holes, who are we to judge? They've given us chocolate, watches, and now, a love for holes in cheese. What's not to love? The end. Or should I say, holy smokes, that was a lot of cheese talk. Get it? Okay, I'll stop now.